At the close of play on day 2 of the third and final test at Sharjah. Replying to Pakistan's 281 all out, the Windies reached 244 for 6. Vice-captain Craig Brathwaite is unbeaten on 95, just 5 runs away from registering his 5th Test 100. Captain Jason Holder is with him on 5. Brathwaite shared stands of 83 with Roston Chase, who made 50, and Shane Dowrich 47 after the Windies had slipped to 38 for 3. Now, earlier, Pakistan added just 26 runs to their overnight score of 255 for 8. Leg spinner Devendra Bishu finished with figures of 4 for 77, while fast bowler Shannon Gabriel took 3 for 67, and Alzari Joseph claimed 2 for 57. Here are the highlights.
Past the man at Gully, and 4 more runs. Goes square off the wicket, and third man can't cut it off, so runs leaking.
Getting the runs. Oh, as we were describing the effort, it's a commentator's curse. Thank you for coming. It's another inside edge, and well, West Indies have polished off the tail. Good shout and give it in. Gets off the mark nicely. That's beautifully timed.
This time sweetly timed, stood his ground again. This guy is a magnificent time over cricket ball when he gets going. Brilliant.
Taken brilliantly. Brilliant stop from Mohamed Amir. Not even coming up for the last ball. Interesting how the game has evolved. We'll have lunch to think about it.
And this shot, as you can see, and this would have brought the 50 up for Roston Chase. Magnificent shot. Done.
Got him! Immediately on getting to 50, Roston Chase is drawn in to a loose drive.
Just shore up your confidence. That's a beautiful shot. Spin more, bounce more. That's beautifully played. Oh, he's handled himself rather nicely. Comes down the wicket and just over the top. Well, he was trying this earlier on. This time he's middled it into the stands.
This is the best team they could announce. Beautiful hit. Little bit of room, and got on top of it very nicely.
Lazy shot. We talked about it over and over again. Lapse in concentration, soft dismissal. Anything of substance. Edge gets it past the slips. That ball will run away into the fence.
The West Indies will end the day trailing by 37 with 4 wickets in hand. An excellent day for Craig Brathwaite, not out 95.
So scores again after day 2, Pakistan 281, West Indies 244 for 6. Well, Zimbabwe batsman Graham Kramer became the 3rd century maker of the first test against Sri Lanka in Harare, but the hosts still trailed on first innings. Kramer was unbeaten on 102 as Zimbabwe were dismissed for 373. Sri Lanka in their second innings are 5 without loss for an overall lead of 169. Scores once again: Sri Lanka 537 and 5 without loss. Zimbabwe 373. Well, it'll be Executive Air Dover Chargers and Hawks for the finals of the BABA Division 1 League competition. Last night at Barbados Community College, both best-of-3 semi-final series were wrapped up. Chargers defeated Pan American International Insurance Warrens 2-1, and Hawks taking theirs 2-0 against Police. Chargers eased past Warrens 94-79 in Game 3 despite trailing 38-41 at half-time. For Chargers, Godfrey Leacock had a game-high 32 points, Jason Boyne 23 and Sion Hillman 18. While for Warrens, Zahir Matara scored 25, Kevin Austin 18 and Pearson Griffith 18 as well. In the other series, Hawks beat Police 78-72 in Game 2 after a 42-40 halftime lead. For Hawks, Tremaine Shaw top scored with 20, Shaquan Newton had 17, George Stanfield 14, and Ramel Bino 13. While for Police, Nikolai Williams had a game-high 21 points, Junior Small 16, Mariko Morris 12, and Jara Aline 11. Game 1 of the Chargers-Hawks final series is tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at the YMCA. Well, Queen's College thrash Harrison College B at home in one of their recent Mass United Insurance Senior Schools basketball fixtures. CBC's Mark Seal reports on the one-way traffic that went through Husbands.
First quarter, and Macari Jones virtually cruising through the Harrison College defense to net his first 2 points of a game-high 19. Jones would score again almost immediately, receiving a pass from Nathan Leacock. Driving to the basket, he would get the score and the foul. Jones was having a moment at this time as Nakel Wilson lobs the ball to him and he steps back to hit a three. Wilson also proved that he can do much more than assist as he shows his range from beyond the arc as well. As the first quarter ends 28-0 QC over Harrison College B. On to the second quarter, where Queens continued where they left off, missing the initial three, but staying with it until Kareem Stricker eventually finishes the play. Although the college boys were taking a beating, they still ran the floor. Ajani Searles scores the only field goal in this quarter. Then a foul allows Kyron Alexander to capitalize on the first free throw. He missed the second, therefore the score at halftime 46-3. Fast forward to the final quarter, and QC still increasing their lead, with Jones driving to the hole with an all-access pass. 8C, despite losing so badly, had the loudest support, which seemingly boosted their confidence as Searles steps back and knocks down the only three-pointer for his team. QC, though, were big 69-point winners, 79-10. Mark Seal, CBC Sports.
Well, thanks, Mark. Former champions City of Bridgetown have extended their lead in Zone 6 of David Thompson Memorial Constituency Council's Football Classic. In a top-of-the-table clash with St. Thomas at Valerie, Bridgetown came out on top to move to 10 points. St. Thomas in yellow would get the first chance of the matchup. Lovely forward pass, but the keeper comes off his line to make the save. Corner kick, St. Thomas still hunting for goals. The header off target this time around. St. Thomas were rampant, another surgical pass, but Shaquille Stewart just can't find the back of the net. City of Bridgetown custodian kept busy throughout this time, fired from near the half line, just over the crossbar. Bridgetown, a couple of chances of their own from way outside the 18, and St. Thomas custodian called into action. The first half ends 0-0. On to the second half, with both teams still looking for that opener, but City of Bridgetown will get theirs first. 49th minute through, experienced striker Dwayne Mars pokes it home. 1-0 now the scoreline, and you can see initially that Bridgetown were the hungrier of the two, and it was Mars who was feeding them. He slots home from the left in the 55th minute to make it 2-0. St. Thomas would hit back 5 minutes later through. Carl Burrows heads this one. The keeper, not a chance. It's 2-1. But in the end, City of Bridgetown holding on to victory as the game ends 2-1. Well, in the other game at Valerie, St. Michael's South Central defeated St. James South 2-1. Over at Rices, St. Philip South moved into the lead of Zone 4 after they beat Christchurch East in another top-of-the-table clash, 5-2. Then St. Michael's South extended their lead in Zone 5 with a 3-1 victory over St. John. Well, it's not over yet. Two-time defending Formula 1 champion Lewis Hamilton has cut into Mercedes teammate Nico Rosberg's lead after he won the Mexican Grand Prix yesterday. Hamilton took the checkered flag to nail his 51st Grand Prix victory and equal French great Alain Prost for second on the all-time list.
The Mercedes driver survived a scare at the start when his front tyre locked.